Hey everyone. Welcome back to the Spark Faith podcast. I am Dr. Chris Sargent, and today we are continuing down the Mental Health Awareness Month road. And I'm going to be talking about some basic supplements that you need for brain health, good energy health today. And so we're going to start that. But first, I'm going to ask you a quick favor. Go and register for my Cultivating a Mind for God 3 foundations for mental health that I'm doing Saturday, May 21st at 10 a.m. Central Time. Just sign up, and it's a 1 hour packed full of some of the things that I've been talking about and some more detailed stuff. We're going to be diving into the shame and self-love models. We're going to dive into self-esteem, and we're going to do the gut-brain connection. It's going to be packed of stuff because you know how fast I talk. So go sign up for that. And while you're doing all that, just go ahead and leave me a little review on Apple and subscribe and like and hit the bell and do all those things so that maybe some of your friends could find out what you're into, right? And they can find me. And I'm here to serve and love y'all. So just share it with the world. So I'm going to go ahead and get down with what we're going to talk about today. And the first thing we're going to talk about is vitamin D. Vitamin D is necessary for good brain health. It's necessary for your immune health, and it's necessary as an anti-inflammatory in that immune health space. And vitamin D can be tested through your blood. And you need to have a healthy amount is 50 to 90. You can even go over 100, and I haven't seen too many issues with that. Your traditional doctor will say you're fine as long as you're over 30. So most of what I see is under 30 or barely over 30. Rarely do I see anybody in my cases. Rarely do I see anybody over like in that 50 to 90, unless they've been taking vitamin D for quite some time. Unless you live south of Kentucky, you will definitely need to supplement with 5 to 10,000 IU, particularly during September to March, April, May, whenever you can get out and actually get some sun. And if you're in a building all day long, that's not, you're not, I mean, you might as well be in the north, right? So if you are out on the beach for an entire day, your body can produce up to 100,000 IU. So taking 5 to 10,000 sounds like big numbers because you're used to just taking 50 milligrams of this or that, but it's actually not that much when you know what your body could actually do on its own, right? Our bodies are so much more efficient than just taking a supplement. So get out, get some sun, and think about supplementation based on whatever your lab work says, right? And just so you know, I have a lab special, but you can also go to your own doctor. It's totally fine. Next, we're going to talk about B complex vitamins. B complex vitamins are all about energy. And your brain has lots of these little energy producers called mitochondria. Every cell has them. Your brain happens to be packed full of them. And so we need to make sure that the nutrition going towards the mitochondria is specific and a lot. And B complex vitamins are a big chunk of that. We're also going to talk about a more specific multivitamin that's very specific for mitochondria. But that's B complex. B complex is so it's energy, hormonal mood swings, B complex vitamins, ladies. B complex vitamins all over the place for your teens, 20 somethings, 30 somethings, any PMSy thing, B complex vitamins. Adrenal stress or just stress in general sucks the B complex right out of our bodies, and we've certainly had plenty of stress just in general for most of us over the last couple of years. So B complex vitamins, did I say that enough? Includes B12, B6, folate, B5, B2, all of them in a complex because they all work together. I'm not a big fan of this one and that one and this one and that one, except for B12 and folate can go under your tongue for people who don't necessarily absorb it well. And there's about 60% of the population that don't do that very well. So you may want to consider that, get a consult with your functional medicine doctor or yours truly. So that's B complex. A multivitamin very specific for fatigue and chronic fatigue is called Mitochor. It actually has clinical studies based on chronic fatigue patients to really soak in the nutrients needed for energy production in those mitochondria. So it's not just B complex vitamins, it's your minerals that you need for energy production, along with a supportive system around liver, a mild liver support system so that you can detox well as well, so that that may not be clouding up your fatigue. And we need all that for good, healthy brain function. The next one I want to talk about is turmeric or curcumin. And there's a great supplement called Turiva. And Turiva is a terrific antioxidant. It's all the pieces and parts of your turmeric that you need in a very, very bioavailable, absorbable form, which is what you want. Not all forms are super absorbable. So you want, like, otherwise you're wasting your money, right? You want something that's going to work good for you. So the Tariva would be something that I would take, and that's for whole body anti-inflammatory, right? And that goes alongside that vitamin D in helping reduce joint pain, immune system issues, all of those things. A good turmeric supplement is really important. And then the last thing I want to talk about is uh, fish oil. EPA and DHA. Those are the two omega-3s that we want to look at. When you turn the nutrition label over, that's what you want to look for. Not all this other stuff. We get a lot of sixes, omega-6 and omega-9s in our food and elsewhere. We don't always get a lot of omega-3. And so this can help you push that balance over into something positive. EPA for anti-inflammatory, DHA very, very specific for brain health. And growing babies. You need to have a lot of that if you're growing a baby. So there's my very basic baseline mental health protocol. And there's a lot more that goes into that. That does not include a gut protocol. I have one of those as well. I'll put that in the show notes as well. You want to make sure that your gut is cleaned up for a couple months before you dive into taking a bunch of vitamins. Otherwise, you may not absorb what you need. So there's a method to the whole functional medicine madness, and that's what we talk about a little bit on Wednesdays, is mashing all that stuff up, because gut health has to come first. It always does. Otherwise, all the stuff that you're putting in or taking out or doing all the things, you're not giving them a chance if your gut isn't working right. So anyway, I will end it there. Love you all very much. And please, it just takes a sec. Just write, "Love you, Chris," on Apple Podcast. Share with your friends. Take a screenshot of listening to me and put it up on social media. I'd really appreciate it. And join in the fun on May 21st at 10 a.m. Cultivating a Mind for God. Take care, y'all. Love you. Bye.